Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to a rather wet. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to a rather wet afternoon drive here on the Rietspruit Game Reserve. Sorry, everybody, I've got people talking in my ear there. Yes, a very warm welcome to you all. Well, it's not warm here. It's bitterly cold. Got my long pants on, got my jacket on. I was saying to my wife when I left home this afternoon, I can't remember the last time I wore long pants here in Rietspruit. But it's cold, it's 19 degrees Celsius, and there's a bit of rain about, everybody, so we're going to do our level best to try and produce a game drive for you this afternoon. We'll see how things go, but VM has said to me that if the rain picks up and it gets more miserable, we are sadly going to have to call it quits and head back to camp. But very excited to be out here as always. Love being out here regardless of the weather. They need to invent a completely waterproof camera, I reckon. And then we might have a bit more luck. Although I know it's not only the camera, it's all the other bits and bobs here in the Jackal that VM's worried about, understandably. But anyway, guys, we are forging ahead. We are busy approaching Boskamp. And the reason I'm heading there this afternoon is the two male cheetah were located on the eastern fence line of Blaubank this morning. We had a phenomenal morning, or a phenomenal start to our morning. We had a black rhino with the pride of lions, which was very exciting. Brief sighting of the black rhino, but a lovely sighting of the 6 females. All well fed, nice, fat, happy girls sleeping in the pretty much the exact same weather as what we had this morning. And anyway, so further adrift, the two male cheetah were located, like I say, everybody, on the eastern fence line. And the last vehicle that was with them this morning reported that they actually left the fence and started heading towards Boskamp. So we're going to start there and see if there's any sign of them around there, guys. We had a sighting of them there not too long ago. Some of you might remember them, those two male cheetah resting up on the ramp, which is just outside the camp, the same ramp we used to release the elephants. So we're going to start there and just see if they maybe haven't hit that spot, although it's very wet out, everybody. So the cheetah might be taking cover under a tree somewhere because of the weather. But let's see how it goes. Let's start there, see if we can pick up on any of their tracks. And then from there we might head off to where the male lions were then also located this morning, a little bit further north of here. Sort of middle of the property. Just going to quickly say hello to our pack members that have joined us this afternoon. Hello Carol, hello Willow, good afternoon Rosemary, hello Di, hello Betty, hello Aurora, hello Brian, hello Ashley, hello Barbara, hello Laurie, good afternoon CJ, Kennedy Ann, Guido. Wonderful. Lovely to see so many of you with us this evening. Very excited. Let's just, like I say, everybody, let's just hope the weather plays its part. It's not too bad right now. It's just a light drizzle. It's sort of been on and off the entire day. Some hard rain, light drizzle, fine mist, a mixture of all sorts today. But the sun hasn't come out once. Of course, the bush needs it. Every little drop of moisture counts out here. Good afternoon, Mauricia. Lovely to have you with us. I'm actually busy going around this camp as we speak, everybody. Now the road, if the cheetahs stick to the road they were on that was heading towards this camp, it's the very next road up ahead. We'll just have a close look there and see if there are any tracks of them coming out there. Then let's go around the camp. Might even be sleep on the strip of water. Again, they're stripped quite exposed. So this is the road here that they were reported on this morning. A good ways off from here, probably a good mile east of here is where they were last seen, but they were coming this direction. These two male cheetah. Copy that view. I don't see any tracks here now, but they can, of course, you know, turn off the road at any stage before coming up to the camp here. Now, I suspect they come to the camp when they do come up here for prey, everybody. And there's a lot of general game that's often attracted to the wall. Good grading here around Boskamp. Land management vehicles parked here, and I'm seeing the land management vehicles tracks all over the road here as well, so there might have been quite a lot of human activity around the camp today, so perhaps that would have stopped them from coming right into the camp. As you can see right now, very good. There are a couple of them right here, very relaxed. Little back to the beautiful rams. Big rams. Thinking about rams as I was driving today. We're not very far off from the rutting season, from the breeding season for the impala, which usually happens around May. And so these guys will need to be bulking up right now, building up their strength and their energy for the big fights that are coming. But of course, with a whole bunch of relaxed impala here around the camp, it's very unlikely that the cheetah are here right now. Just check the corner of the airstrip here to see if they didn't cross here. No tracks here. Right, let's slowly make our way towards the eastern fence, everybody. You never know, they might have been successful with catching something long before they got here. Carol, to answer your question about the picture, I honestly can't tell you because I don't know which picture the team have used for the pick of the week. I'll have to check that with Andrew. I don't know if it's the collared male or not. Yeah, we'll have to see. Like I said, I'll check in with Andrew, and he might be able to tell me which image it was that you were sent. Laurie, to answer your question about the rain, it's a good question. Rain affects animals, different animals in different ways. The cats certainly don't like getting wet, so they will often take cover in the rain, unless they are, desperately hungry, then they'll still continue in the rain. But these conditions are perfect for predators. Right now it's not raining very hard, so they'll definitely be active. If they're hungry, they'll certainly be active in this type of weather. You know, one of the biggest controlling factors of our big cats, you know, when it's a normal sunny day, is the heat. They struggle to control or regulate their body temperature. They don't have normal sweat glands. They do have some sweat glands in the paws, but they don't have sweat glands across their body. And so being exposed to the harsh African sun hunting during the heat of the day is quite risky, and they run the risk of overheating. So they very often will hunt early morning, late afternoon, and throughout the night for your nocturnal predators. And then a lot of your general game as well will take advantage of these cooler, rainy conditions and just hunker down. They obviously need to eat throughout the day as well, but they definitely would rest more on a day like today than they would on a sunny day. I'm talking about your antelope, I'm talking about, you know, your zebra, your giraffe. A lot of them will almost take a breather in these sorts of conditions. And then your bigger animals like the elephant and the rhino, well, they just absolutely love this weather. It honestly doesn't really change their behavior all that much. They just love it because, again, they don't have to worry too much about the heat. Their big bodies with their massive surface area of their skin absorbs a lot of heat, as you can imagine. And they have their ways of dealing with that heat. Rhinos will often wallow in the mud and swim in shallow water. Elephants will swim in deep water, completely submerging themselves, but then will also roll in the mud. But on a day like today, they'll be happily just going about their business with these cool conditions. Yes, Andrew, there is something we need, please, sir. Can you tell us which image was sent out to all of our wonderful members who submitted the keyword for the week, thirsty? I'm not too sure which image it was. Carol mentioned something about an animal with a collar. Ah, was it the one with the collar, Andrew? There we go. Thank you, Andrew. So just to confirm there, Carol, it is one of my images of the cheetah male that has the collar busy drinking, I believe. I hope you enjoy it. And on that note, everybody, we've decided upon the new keyword for this week is going to be stalking. When a leopard stalks its prey, stalking. So for those of you that want this week's high resolution image, please submit the keyword stalking. Cheetah tracks going the other way. That's interesting. So perhaps they and then turned around, and that could have something to do with, like I say, all the human activity that I can see was clearly happening around the camp today, around Boskamp. But you can clearly see the male cheetah's tracks here, everybody, of them going back towards the fence line. So maybe we're going to get lucky. Maybe they are still somewhere close by here, everybody. Very cool to see cheetah tracks in the soft sand like that. I wonder if they might have even headed down towards Sekwe Dam, the beautiful waterhole down here in this section of the reserve. They might think. Let's just have a close look here now and see if we see any tracks heading that general direction. Doesn't look like it. Now we must keep a very close here because, as I was saying, folks, the cheetah might not be enjoying the rain all that much. Will be hiding under a bush somewhere close by, so we'll just take it very slowly, make sure we don't miss them. Oh, brilliant. Barbara Carroll, did you image? I certainly enjoyed that. So just another message from we apologize for the we're going to get this afternoon. We believe there's a lot of moisture there, so it's messing with our signal quite a bit. So there might be quite a bit, maybe not too much. These people definitely the camp and around because right here the tracks in that direction. Here you can see so you're aware, but I do understand what you're saying.
The captain pointed on Ellen. Now the tracks heading down west. Okay, so I'll go and hold a favour. Yeah, it's right to say that west south. Not north, but not west coming out. Not maybe the northern south from there. Okay, copy.
Sorry, Kevin, I had my radio down. What are you tracking there?
Gareth, it's too quiet to say again.
Sorry, my radio was down. What are you guys tracking there?
Jimmy's just telling me we lost the tracks of the mail lines and we're heading towards Vildefay from Helen Poacher's side.
Okay, copy that, thanks. There are tracks of these male cheetah on Lea Route, but going both directions. I'm now currently heading towards the fence.
Okay, copy.
So it sounds like what we've just spoken about, everybody, the movements of animals under these weather conditions. And it sounds like our male lions have moved on from where they were found this morning. They were sleeping this morning, like I say, everybody, not too far north of here. But they've moved off. And so Kevin is busy trying to track them down at the moment. It's also another possibility as to why these cheetah might have turned around. Perhaps they heard the lions roaring, or they may have even seen the lions, and they've therefore turned around and come back towards the fence line. Now, I'm not seeing any tracks anymore of these cheetah going towards the fence. So we might have to just swing back that way. But before we do that, everybody, we are going to just quickly pop down to Sekwe Dam, this absolutely beautiful waterhole which we're very close to here.
Kevin on Lowveld.
Just go have a look. You never know what might be at the water. I don't know if you can all hear the clicking sounds of the birds flying around me here. Some beautiful white-crested helmet shrikes. They snap their bills like that when they're communicating with each other. It's basically just a contact call, that bill snapping or clicking. Really pretty sound. There's absolutely no tracks of those cheetah right here. Anyway, let's quickly have a look at this waterhole, folks. Let's see what's happening down here. Who knows? Maybe we get lucky with the elephants. Good afternoon, Jan. Lovely to have you with us. Absolutely love this waterhole that we're approaching here, everybody. Certainly one of the most beautiful on the reserve, and yeah, we've had some very exciting sightings here over the last couple of months. There's certainly no cats down here because there's a herd of impala on the dam wall here at the moment, everybody. Ooh, and some inyala, beautiful. Wow, there's loads of impala here at the moment. All around the dam here. Not happy to see us though, they've taken off there. Hightailing it. Sorry, impala. Don't need to run away from us though. Oh, it's beautiful down here. Just listening to the birds. Just going to quickly turn the vehicle around, everybody. We're going to go back up that way. Get a great view across the water from here. I'll just stop here for 2 minutes to enjoy the beauty of this very special spot. Basil, try a slow zoom through the water channel all the way to the end there. I love looking through there. Love the reflections of the big trees over the water. You always, well, I always think every time I sit here that one day we're going to see a leopard come down and drink out of that, just sneak out of that thick bush down there and come down to the water's edge for a drink. We've been pretty close on one occasion. We were on the far side of the dam following up on Monkey's alarm calling and found fresh male leopard tracks just on the far end there where Basil's zoomed in now. Can hear a woodpecker tapping behind us here down in the drainage line. Can't see it, but I can hear it. Just picking away at the trunk of the tree looking for grubs. Very still, very peaceful down here. Also, I can't wait to come down here and see the elephants swimming. This is one of the deeper water holes on the reserve, and we know they do come and swim here quite regularly. Alright everybody, I'm going to quickly shoot to the eastern fence line and drive a section of it to see if there's any sign of those male cheetah. Another thing I'm looking out for there is a female cheetah with a tiny little cub on the other side of the fence. On a couple occasions now the guides from Kai and Lovu have bumped into her. Now and then now. Like I said, drive a short fence, see if we come up, and then we'll loop back towards where those last tracks of the cheetah where they appeared to be east. You never know, they might actually just be sleeping somewhere close to where those last tracks were. Just spotted a very awesome track here, everybody. It looks like a female leopard. It is indeed. It's not from today, however. You can see it just here. Now, I've spoken about this part of the reserve and wondering which female might be active in this area. I've spoken about it before. I've never seen a female leopard here in the southeast corner of the reserve, but I know there must be one, and quite clearly now there is definitive evidence of a female that was here probably yesterday, everybody. Definitely going to need to set up a camera trap for a while down here as well. Try and figure out which female this is. Yeah. Going to have a quick scan south along the fence here, because we're about to go north along the fence to look for these cheetah. I don't see anybody moving along there. Carol, to answer your question, no, I have not. Checked with Hanno to see if they've had any recent leopard footage, but I definitely will. Usually pretty good about it though, he usually shares it on all of the groups. But he may have just forgotten, so I'll check in with him.
Left those mail lines this morning. I've got a vague track at the junction of Poachers and World of Fay, but somebody's been driving over them.
We left them, we carried on down up Workcut towards the corridor, and they turned left into that, what you said, Poachers Road.
Oh, but you haven't been there this afternoon, is what I'm asking. No.
Sounds like Kevin's still trying to locate the male lions, everybody. He hasn't had any luck yet, but I think they've headed west, which is interesting because if they keep going the direction they headed, very likely they might connect with the Pride tonight. They might have already connected with the Pride. Because of these cold conditions we've had today, they might have walked the whole day. Yeah, Becky, I literally think it's probably been 2 years since I last wore long pants when I was out in the bush. It's cold today. It's a combination of the rain and the wind though that's made it really cold. Let's quickly scan again. Not seeing anything out there. Power station, please. In.
Pride of lions and their individuals.
Copy, thanks. So there we go. The Pride moved an inch, which I figured might be the case, everybody. Listening up, like I mentioned before, full-bellied, right next to Lemundurang Krip, one of the small little man-made waterholes. And, you know, with this full makes water nearby, I feel it wouldn't go far. Question on how it's going to tonight. Good chance. Copy. You copy, Andrew. Right. So, I'm about to we're going to now or be found any tracks of them coming out here. Copy. Welcome back, everybody. Apologies for the breakup in signal there. We have been told that it's apparently due to the weather. We've had some really bad signal. Not too sure. Yeah, well, there's a lot of moisture around, everybody, so we suspect that that's the case. But we're back, and you haven't missed a thing, I assure you. Otherwise I wouldn't be moving around. I would probably be sitting with it. I'm still trying to find these two male cheetah, everybody. So we've now turned back away from the fence line, and we're heading back towards where we had the last tracks of those males. I'm now wondering if they didn't perhaps go after something there. Maybe they were, perhaps just the rain picked up and they decided to cut back into some bushes close to where those last tracks were. But for the time being, there's no further sign of them. Just going our way back that way.
The one you're in trip, there's nothing to think about. Let's go to the one you're in trip.
Definitely get dark a lot earlier tonight. With no seconds. Well, see it's starting to get dark already. Also, it's like that. Not that exciting. They never caught one of them. They heard much. They took off after them. Already now it's getting very to see tracks because of the fading light. sure everybody is still on the hunt for those male lions. He hasn't located them yet. No change with the pride either. They're still sleeping at Lamunda and Krip. Perfect, Andrew. Not a drop of moisture in the sky. Copy. It's actually a really beautiful road that we're on here, folks. I haven't driven this road in quite a long time. Every now and then there's just a break in the tree line, you get some beautiful long distance views of the Drakensberg Mountains. It's also lovely. Copy. Right, so guys, we're almost now back where we started, back here at Boskamp. I'm just going to quickly again have a look around the camp. The cheetah may have moved, obviously, in the time that we've been away. They might have come up to the camp now. They might have even walked up the airstrip. You know, there's been no rain, touch wood, thank goodness, for the last 45 minutes. And so perhaps they have come out this way. Just want to have a quick look at the ramp here. I don't think they're on the ramp. tracks. All right, nothing here. Let's go have one last look where those tracks were. After that, folks, I'll probably give up on the search for the cheetah because we're losing the light. We'll focus our efforts elsewhere and see if we don't possibly come across one of the nocturnal animals this evening.
Mobile on Midwood, standing by.
Afternoon, Sandy. Evening, wherever. A couple of not quite sure which number
Copy that, thanks. Can you audio over now?
Not from my side, but that's the main good.
There's a very big open clearing here that these cheetah might have spent some time in today. This one here to our left. They'll often choose to sleep in open areas like that so that they can see other predators approaching. Might just come back and take a drive around that open area. Because the last tracks we had of those cheetah was right here, I believe. Yes, indeed. have gone in somewhere here. Behind your head here, Basil. Great little area this here for them to rest. Good trees for cover from the rain, but as you can see it's quite an eroded section. So it opens up quite nicely for them to once again be able to see anything approaching them. That's why I've come in here. Watch your sides here, Basil. So just coming out now into this beautiful big open clearing here, folks. This is pretty much the last throw of the dice right here. Now, it appears the cheetah boys have given us the slip. Anywho, still lots of fun. Still beautiful no matter where we are on this reserve. Right, everybody. Let's see who we can find in the dark, shall we? We're going to start heading west, away from the Boskamp area. We'll head towards Kudu Krip. See if we don't get lucky with a leopard. Good evening, Sue. Lovely to have you with us. Hope you're well. We've been searching for the last hour for the 2 male cheetah, but unfortunately had no luck. And we're now going to go try our luck for a leopard. Apologies for the breakup, everybody. I know that there's intermittent breakup, but I do think that it should be pretty stable now. Copy. Decided to just quickly drive this runway, everybody, this airstrip. Never know, these cheetah might have come out on the other end. They might choose to sleep on this airstrip tonight. Kevin for Gareth. Kevin for Gareth. No cheetahs on the airstrip. Sandy for Gareth. And Sandy, whereabouts do you think that line audio was coming from?
Gareth, possibly between Vierkant and Popara, perhaps? I'm not sure.
Okay, copy that, thanks.
I'm at the moment heading towards Popara. What's your lock?
On the come.
So evidently they went up for a cut and then left into the poacher's link, and then I guess we need to check for poacher's road, we need to check trucks.
Okay, copy that, thanks. I'll head that way now.
I think you say you had a track on Bullsay, so perhaps in that area.
Copy that.
Guys, we've checked that area and we didn't find anything coming off the bus.
Okay, copy that, thanks, Greer. So just busy chatting to Sandy and Kevin and Greer there, everybody. So the 3 mile lines.
I've got a phone audio now from where I am, which is Riverton Track. Sounds like they could be on the Raptor fence line, so on the eastern boundary of Lowveld.
Huh. Interesting. So I was just going to say, everybody, I've just been inquiring as to where Sandy heard some lions roaring earlier, and yeah, we thought it was not too far from where they were seen this morning. Kevin and Greer have been trying to track them down the whole evening, had no luck. Anyway, now sounds like Sandy thinks they're roaring closer to Leadwood, which is probably a stretch too far for us tonight. So we'll just cut back sort of towards Kudu Krip, that area, everybody, and see what we come up with. was not too far along this road now, everybody, where we had the last sighting of that female leopard. That amazing sighting of the Kudu Krip 2-3 female. We're just now coming into her territory here. Wouldn't that be an incredible way to end our evening, finding her again? I'm just going to pause and switch off, everybody, up at the next junction here. Listen to the bush. See if we don't hear any alarm calls or communications from the nocturnal animals. It's always just lovely sitting switched off in the dark as well, just listening to the insects, the birds. Let's just switch off here for 2 minutes. See what we hear. Don't want to hear that. It's wonderful how quiet it is out here. It's one of the things about living in the bush that I'm truly most grateful for. It's the quiet. Only really hearing crickets right now. I found that female leopard I was just talking about just 400 yards up the road here a couple of weeks back. Just waiting to hear her calling now. That incredible sound of a leopard rasping. Sounds like a saw going through wood. And it's amazing, you can hear it from far off. On a clear night like tonight, you'll hear it 3/4 of a mile away. You hear the males better than you hear the females. The male's rasp is more guttural and it lasts longer. You know, the length of the call lasts longer. A female's call is a shorter length of call and also shorter intervals between the rasping, but still loud. And me being the leopard man that I am, every time I turn off the car in the bush at night, it's like I'm almost twisting my ear to hear that sound. It's the best sound in the world to hear at night. I mean, lions, don't get me wrong, amazing. Roaring lions, incredible. But to hear that elusive cat break the silence of the night with that rasp is something else. And when you're close to it, everything shuts up. When a leopard rasps, everything goes quiet, even the crickets. It is amazing. But I'm not hearing her tonight. Let's keep moving, everybody. Maybe we'll bump into her. Stations, I've been radio down for 10 minutes. Any changes?
I've just left the side in that drainage line at the bottom of the eroded area east of the Waterhole Reservoir, and that's all.
Okay, copy that, thanks.
Sunset Putt, moving south.
Sorry, last station, go again. What was it, Sunset Putt?
Female line, Sunset Putt, moving south.
Copied. Where exactly on Sunslootpad?
Give us 1 second.
Copy, thanks.
Where they come from, and then we'll know. They are south of Lowveld of South Africa.
Copy. Wow, those lions covered ground, everybody. Someone's just bumped into the male lions. They were indeed on Leadwood. And they've just creeped onto Blowbunk near the Leadwood boundary. They obviously went up there trying to pick up on any signs of the pride of the females. They probably spent half the day on Leadwood, haven't found any signs of them, and so now they're heading south again. Good chance that tomorrow morning we'll find the pride with the males, everybody, so do tune in with me tomorrow morning. I'm definitely going to go out looking for them. I'm very excited for that, to go and look for the lions tomorrow morning. And everything else, of course. There's always something beautiful out here. Oh, Sue, I know what it's like, missing the quiet of the bush and the sounds of the animals. So I can just imagine how you feel. Not long now. I'll definitely try find you a leopard. Just about to go through the Sunsloot River, dry riverbed up ahead here, everyone, in an area where we know she operates, this female leopard. But also a good area for things like bush pig. We don't talk about the bush pig often, but they're here, everybody. They're here on the Rietspruit Game Reserve, and they predominantly move along these riverbeds and burrow into the banks of these riverbeds. Also things like porcupine, honey badger, all of which really like the riverbeds, particularly dry riverbeds, obviously. Have to come back one of these evenings and drive that Sunsloot River, everybody, when we've got a bit more time, when it's dark as well. See if we find any of those nocturnals in there. Just heard Kevin on the radio now. He's just left the Pride, still sleeping in the exact same place we found them this morning at 5:30 in the morning. So they've had a pretty damn good solid 12 hours, well, almost 13 hours now of sleep. They'll probably get up pretty soon, start moving, which will make it all the more fun for us in the morning to try and find their tracks, follow their tracks and track them down. Excuse me. But at least we know where to start, everybody. We have a starting point for tomorrow morning for the Pride. Evening, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Sue, I would love that. I really do hope I get to meet you as well. I'm sure we will. We'll make sure that happens. Oh yeah, a family bumble with the Pooles. That would be cool. That would be a lot of fun. We could try arrange that. Keep it. Just thinking back now, everybody, to the amazing recent sightings we've had of civet as well. African civet. I'd love to find some more of them for all of you. I'm quite surprised we actually haven't bumped into anything tonight, because very often the nocturnal animals become very active along the roads after rain. Because of course the rain has washed away all their scent, the territorial ones that is, and so they'll become very active along the roads, remarking their territories. Maybe everybody's still a bit frozen stiff and hasn't warmed up for their nighttime activity. It certainly is still very cold here. Well, I say very cold, everybody. Very cold for us in our warm climate. 19 degrees, I'm sure, is wonderful weather for a lot of you. Rather fortunate with our climate here in South Africa, certainly up in the northern parts.
Approaching on Pastor Tattoo, so you almost 50.
Oh, there's a porcupine. Oh, come on, come back. No, don't run away. Don't run away. Please come back. Oh dear. We spooked him. There he goes. Oh, gone. Disappeared. Oh, that's a pity that we didn't get a better view of that porcupine, everybody. Oh, lovely though. Lovely to, even if it's just a brief sighting of porcupine. I don't know how much all of you saw of it. Very cool. Sorry, Sandy, did you say they were heading west?
No, they went into the block on the eastern side of Sunsplit Cut. So they're actually heading...
Okay, copy, thanks.
Were you responding, Gareth?
No, negative, just so I can follow up in the morning. Interesting. The lions have changed their direction and have headed east, at least for now. So perhaps they won't meet up with the pride tonight. But we'll definitely start with the pride in the morning, everybody.
I suppose that was 6 times a day, and with
the pride is a lot closer to us than where those males have moved off to tonight. So yeah, like I say, tomorrow morning that'll be where I'll start. very interesting. Some fresh hippo tracks on the road here, everybody. Heading this direction. Looks like the hippo mom and calf. Now I know they were seen today at Lowveld Dam, which is behind us. And these two hippos have gone walkabout. They're heading towards our camp, possibly towards Mamba Dam. That's awesome. Andrew and I actually found tracks of them close to Mamba Dam this morning. So clearly they've found some good grazing down here that they like. We might yet bump into them here along the road. These tracks are very fresh. It's not often that you bump into, you know, hippos on the move at night. Certainly not here on the Rietspruit. I mean, we do only have. Oh, who's that? Ah, that was a spotted eagle owl on the road there. Taken off. You know, we only have 3 hippos on this reserve. I'm not seeing their tracks anymore now, so they might have already gone off to graze. Alright everybody, it's sadly the end of the road for us with you tonight. It's been a beautiful evening, and we thank you all for joining us. We hope that you all have an amazing day, amazing evening wherever you are in the world. I cannot wait to be back out here with you guys again tomorrow morning. Thanks for joining us, guys. Stay safe, keep well. We'll see you soon.